What's the latest?
Nate White just dropped with potential trade details. There's some mixed reaction on social.
Yeah, he just went on Top Takes Daily to talk about it. I mean, I got it all queued up if you want to check it out.
All right, let's do it.
So basically what I'm hearing right now is that Athela Akpin is considering offering MP in 3 first-round picks in exchange for Shep Owens. But, I mean, the organization is obviously, this like internal debate about whether the price is actually too high, but this is what it's looking like to actually get the deal done.
Thank you. It's about time. Bring Shep home.
You're wrong, Perk. They'd be giving up a huge haul for a player they could have drafted just a few months ago. If I'm team president Phil Boyer, I don't see how I can sign off on this. Are those picks all unprotected?
Well, obviously it sounds a little ridiculous, right? But, I mean, from what I'm hearing, yes, you're correct. But Athela Akpin was told to quote, blow them away in order to make this happen.
Well, he did.
I'm sorry, but that's way too much. Am I the only one who thinks this is ridiculous?
Unfortunately, yes. And I'll tell you another thing. If Phil Boyer had let his GM do his job and draft the guy that he wanted in the draft in the first place, he wouldn't even be in this mess. Mistakes were made. Now clean them up.
How did they make a mistake? MP looks every bit the prospect Shep does right now. I don't see how you can justify this deal without admitting that your organization is actually just in complete disarray. This is a mess, all right, but it has nothing to do with MP.
Okay, I'm confused. Because what is this part about Phil overruling Athela?
Well, apparently Shep was Othella's guy before.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Because it always seems so personal to him. Like well beyond some sort of clash with Freddie.
Well, it's both. Look, I did some digging, and Phil hiring Freddie just kind of pushed him over the edge. Like, he wasn't your biggest fan, but once Freddie was hired, he was convinced that you were part of some plot to overthrow him.
Bro, this is insane, man.
Nah, it's kind of just Othella.
So what do we do now?
Do we have to do anything? I mean, that trade is literally crazy. Phil would never sign off on that. I mean, would he?
I don't know.
Seriously?
Look, it's hard to get a read, man. I mean, Boyer keeps his cards close to the vest.
So now it's hard for you to get a read.
Look, I know that this is stressful, MP, but we've got a plan. All right, this isn't unexpected.
All right, then what is it?
Athela has been using Nate to leak his agenda to the press.
Right.
So it's time we do the same thing.
And you've already done all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
I mean, all the fans are on your side.
Mm-hmm.
The narrative of Athela having outdated methods has already been established. I mean,
right.
All we really have to do is tell your side of the story in full. It's time to chop his head off.
Wow, you just can't help yourself with
Well, how am I the only one that's excited? Our plan is working beautifully. I mean, we have Athela right where we want him.
Okay, I will set up a conference call with Nate. This is our ace in the hole. We'll tell him everything that's been going on behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. Nate will publish those facts. National will pick up on that story, and we'll be golden.
And we use Nate because he's been the most critical of me up until this point.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're at Tribal Council, and Athela is about to be voted off the island.
No. I'll let you know when the conference call is set up. Can you pay attention to your phone, please?
I'm looking forward to it.
Going into the next game day, I'm excited to use the Galaxy Opal Anthony Davis because at the power forward position, he gives you something that you don't have in any other card at that position right now, especially on next gen. So I'm really excited to be able to use him in the coming game days and have fun with the card. So last year, I got eliminated in the second round of the tournament. I was pretty upset with the results, but it was a close game, and then I kind of let it go.
While it's still very early in the season, the top teams, Greg, have already started to distinguish themselves across the NBA.
Getting off to a hot start, always a good sign. But don't sleep on the teams that are still getting locked in. A lot can change in the coming months.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Monte, Morris, and Beal are the guards. Kuzma will step in at the 4. Porzingis at center. And it's Barton in at the 3 spot. And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. Williams trying to break free, and they pick up 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Beal. His scoring average of about 32.5 points a game tells you all you need to know about how dangerous a player he can be. Now here's Brown following the miss by Porzingis. Ball's knocked loose. MP and the layup falls. MP's got his second bucket of the night.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
And Greg, up and down the Celtics roster, so many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
Yep, that one goes in there.
From Jaylen Brown.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Morris passes to Beal. Here's Kuzma. Morris outside. Over MP. The Wizards with another miss.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that? They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Barton finds Morris. Now, here's Kuzma. Nice ball movement by Washington. Shot clock at 6. Will it go? The Wizards with another miss.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And the Wizards, one of these teams that's still in search of an identity. They've got a lot of skilled players, but it's really hard to say right now what this team is all about.
And both free throws good for MP. A factor in Washington's lack of identity has to be, Brent, their frequent roster changes.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. There's been a revolving door there, and the front office makes a lot of moves. They're just trying to capture something, trying to get their star player healthy, and trying to regroup and see if something clicks.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Now here's Porzingis, averaging 23 points a game and is one of the more consistent producers on any given night. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And one thing that stands out about this Celtics team, their defensive abilities. They've got a lot of skill on that end of the floor.
You're right. Defense, it's been terrific for them. This Boston team, GA, certainly has a talent for holding back their opponent's shots and really defending well.
And Kevin, they put a lot of energy into pressuring shooters, making sure guys can't find easy looks. They don't want to give away anything for free.
And here's Martin following the 3 from MP. Morris, and too long on the shot. Morris against MP. Williams trying to break free. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Tatum. And that's 15 points for MP. And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Gallinari in for Brown. And then for Washington, Daniel Gafford's checked in for Porzingis. Kisper comes in for Will Barton. And it's DeLon Wright in for Monte Morris. And the foul called on MP.
Second team foul.
That'll be his second foul of the game. Now, here's Kispert, guarded by Tatum.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Cranes the three-pointer. 18 points for MP.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
102 left in the first quarter of the game. Gallinari against Hachimura. Gafford trying to break free, and it's good for 2.
Well, Hachimura not known as a playmaker, but unselfish play, that is part of his game.
A nice shot by MP. MP's got 20 points.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And so it's Gallinari with it. They'll bring it up for Boston. It's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
Ouch. 3 fouls for him already. And now if you're the coach, you got to think about...
For Washington, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
The 3 from MP. The offensive rebound. And Gallinari kicks to MP. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 25.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so it's Boston finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this.
Please give a big round of applause for your...
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
So on the floor for Washington, Kuzma will step in at the 4. Porzingis at center. Bradley Beal is out there with Kispert, and it's Barton in at the small forward.
Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Greg, we know from time to time things get pretty chippy out there. What kind of things would get under your skin when you played in the NBA?
Guys tended to talk a little trash, and that could rattle you. That could bother you at times, but you really just try to maintain your focus and keeping your eye on the prize. Those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
With some arc, Beal can't get it to go. Celtics leading by 21. Here's MP. Can't cash in from close range. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton. And so it's the Boston Celtics sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Out on the wings, it's Brown and Tatum. The post tandem, it's Horford and Williams.
Number 27.
And it's MP in at the point guard position. That's the Boston Five. Kuzma finds Porzingis. Over to the left wing. The wide open look here for Kuzma. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And a player opt-out for Kyle Kuzma after this season. GA probably hoping to earn himself a raise.
Yeah, and he's a worker looking to round out his game and take that next step as he's just entering his prime.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Wizards ownership has promised to never hit the hard reset button we saw from teams in recent years like the Sixers. But the fact remains that this is a franchise that last enjoyed a 50-win season in 1979. So for the patient, diehard fans in the DMV, seems the wait for a true contender may take a lot longer. Kevin?
Well, time will tell, David. Thanks.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
MP, no good.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy 3 of 4 to start it off.
Here's Barton. That shot off. Great D that time from Tatum.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight. I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
And stolen by MP. Takes it inside. And the dunk by MP.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Morris against MP. And yes, it's good. Morris has got 5 points so far.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 46 points for MP.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes so much more dangerous.
You know, over the last couple seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out.
Going inside, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Bradley Beal picks one up. For Washington, how difficult, Greg, is it to win when your roster changes, as you were just talking about? It changes so much from year to year.
It's really tough. I mean, take Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, he signs a big 3-year deal, traded 6 months later. So when things like that happen, it's so difficult to create chemistry.
GA, he's asked to carry a big-time scoring, but Bradley Beal makes his teammates better as well.
And that's an area, Kevin, he has really grown. And his playmaking, when the defense overcommits, you make them pay with the pass.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Alinari comes in for Jason Tatum. And Brogdon subbed in for Jaylen Brown.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside, Beal. Pass to Gafford. Back to Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Wright. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Grant Williams is checked in for Boston. Traps in the tray.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
right, the pass to Kispert. Back to right. There's the pass to Gafford. Wizards passing it around. Beal against Smart. Good work defensively by Smart. MP outside. Here's the three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
MP against Wright. And here's MP for three. Rebound by the Wizards. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Kispert. He's tightly guarded. Chalk up two there.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
The three from MP. Connects again from distance. Barry. His 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Outside, Beal, over Smart, and the miss. And so it's the Boston Celtics able to put on a show for the ages. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll return shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. There was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports...
Congratulations, you guys really pulled away thanks to you finding the bucket. How does it feel?
Man, you know, it feels good. It feels great, Nate. You know, shooters keep shooting, and results can definitely vary. But when you're on like tonight, it feels like, you know, you're walking in the clouds. Your sneakers don't touch on the court, and, you know, every shot feels like money.
That was almost poetic. Any words? You shooting too much?
What kind of question was that?
Well,
I mean, you saw how many open looks I knocked down? Somebody got to take those shots on this team. And if nobody's going to step up, I will do it.
Yes, sir. You look like the man tonight. Thanks, man.
So, how you feeling, big guy? You nervous?
I wouldn't say nervous, but, I don't do stuff like this normally, so I am kind of.
Okay, well, we're doing this on speakerphone, so if you need any help, we'll be jotting down some answers on our phones so we can show you.
More like suggestions. It's most important for you to handle this in a way that feels comfortable for you.
Mila, I really appreciate your support,
Yeah.
I know, battling it out in the press isn't how you want to go about it. But...
As soon as you made a decision, I was on board. I trust you.
Hey, I really hate to
And
interrupt
I'm here
this
for you
tender, touching
always.
moment, but Nate is waiting on line 1 right now.
How long has he been on hold?
20 minutes? What? I just wanted to make him squirm a little bit.
Look, we're giving him a huge scoop. He can wait all day long if he has.
You guys are so devious. You know that?
It comes with the package. But look, focus up, man. You ready to do this?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Hey, Nate, I'm here with MP.
Great. For a minute, I thought you forgot about me, but MP, how you doing, man?
I'm great, man. I'm looking forward to setting the record straight.
Anonymously.
Yes, of course. And as far as readers are concerned, this is coming from a source familiar with the organization's thinking. Is that what we're talking about?
Perfect.
Okay, good. Okay, let's see. MP, so why don't you start with telling me about Othello's relationship with Freddie Novak?
Okay, so I haven't really seen them interact with each other much, but from what I understand, Othello is convinced that Freddie is angling for his job.
Wait. So it's not just about the PR initiatives?
Nah, I mean, I'm told it goes way beyond that, Again, you'd have to double check all this, but apparently Othello is paranoid about Freddie's relationship with Phil Boyer. And ever since Freddie was hired to help smooth things over between me and the fans, Othello has been telling people that he thinks he's on his way out.
This is good stuff. I mean, is there any truth to it, though?
Not as far as I know, but Freddie probably wouldn't mention it to me. But I don't get the sense that he's trying to do something like that. He's a real down-to-earth guy. He knows where his strengths lie and tries to empower those around him. He's just not that kind of person that would try to get a GM fired. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
So has the paranoia showed up in other aspects of Othello's work that you're aware of?
I mean, the biggest example is the trade proposal. He thinks that if he trades me, that means that Freddie has failed. And if Freddie has failed, then Freddie gets fired. And if Freddie gets fired, then Othello's safe.
Whoa. So he's GMing now to save his job, not to help the team?
Exactly.
This is some pretty explosive stuff, man. But while we're at it, is there anything else I should know about?
Yeah, at the end of the day, man, Othello Ogpim is a good man who just lost his way. He's worried about his job security. That's why he's making decisions that will cripple the franchise for years to come. He wants to give away 3 first-round picks in addition to me for Shep Owens. I mean, why would you do that when I'm at least the same level prospect as Shep? I'll tell you why, because he's paranoid and bitter. And it all started when Phil Boyer overruled him on draft night.
So he was in favor of Shep all along?
Correct. Yep. But then I started finding success on the court. Freddie's plan started working off the court as well, and Othello just went off the deep end. And now we're here. He's fighting for everything the organization is trying to do to improve because he feels threatened. And when a guy like Othello feels like his back is against the wall, he lashes out, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. It's unfortunate, but I got nothing against the guy personally. Let me just say that. But he's just not in his right mind at all. And he's got to go before he throws the next 10 years down the drain just to satisfy his own ego.
I think that's going to have to do it for today, Nate. You good?
I'm more than good. This is what us reporters live for. But I've got to verify all this, of course.
Of course.
And, I mean, This is a tremendous scoop. And if I have any questions, I'll reach out. But otherwise, you gentlemen have a great day.
Thank you, Nate. Pleasure working with you.
So how'd I do?
How'd you do?
Yeah.
You crushed that.
Don't lie to me, bro. I was so nervous, man.
That was great.
Mila, Ash, give me something.
Not bad at all.
I have no complaints.
See? Now, we wait. Now, I expect the report to be out in a few days, so until then, you just do what you do.
Ball out.
Ball out. That's right.
Great game. Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. Come on, man.
I see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Keep it going.
Get your mind right.
One more. Now we're rolling. Man, I can't even watch this.
get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Let's get it started, man. Let's get it started. We're here. All day. Box out. Hey, who's watching now? All day, baby. There you go. Come get this.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. Come on, man. Give me that. Oh, you done? You done.
Still valid, ask about it. And if you got a problem about it, man, you see me moving timid, that's the old me. Now I'm making business moves with the OGs. Man, these hunters still green, need some OGs. I should talk to Chief out, he told me you the
just what you wanted. So don't leave me drowning. Open water, just what you wanted. So don't leave me drowning. Don't let me down. Don't hold it back like that. Just pull me close.
With the money, I'll definitely pay my college tuition or make progress in doing that. And then the other, I would just put it away somewhere, invested. No real particular place for it to go, just it would be nice to have. Yeah, so I just want to give a shout out to my guy, Dorian. He's kind of the guy who got me into my team, and we would play a lot in the older 2Ks and have a lot of fun doing that. So he's the person who really made me fall in love with the modes, so I wanted to just shout him out. This is Clipped, and I am here to win the My Team Unlimited tournament.
At this stage of the season, it's not unheard of to see teams lose steam. Doris, how do coaches keep their teams motivated for the second half of the year?
I think one thing quality NBA coaches do is they emphasize an NBA regular season is a marathon, not a sprint. Whether you are winning or losing, you're always building the foundation of your program. Do you have good defensive habits? Do you share the basketball? Are you committed to winning? Are you about your teammates? So much goes into success.
So the Hornets starting five. Ball and Rozier are the guards. Washington and Plumlee patrol the paint. And it's Martin in at the 3 spot. MP announced as the NBA Player of the Week. What an honor.
It is, and I must say, a very deserving selection. MP had a great week, and he hopes that play continues tonight.
3 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. There's Ball with a 3. And he can't get that one. And Boston going the other way now. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And the main takeaway was their accuracy from beyond the arc. An impressive performance indeed.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They had more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range.
And the Hornets with possession here, following the bucket by the Celtics. MP against Ball. Here's Martin. Horford pulls it in.
You know, guys, there's one thing that may have hurt the Hornets the past few seasons, a lack of playoff experience among their core players. You don't want to let them get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Charlotte now. 8-point game. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
And it's not the result they were hoping for. But every game is a chance to learn and make adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
Here's MP, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And of the Hornets' top 5 scorers last season, 3 have never been to the playoffs.
And BA, that can be tough when the pressure's on. They've gotten blown out in play-in games each of the last 2 seasons. But with all their talent, they should be in the postseason soon enough.
And both free throws good for MP.
And you have to think that one advantage this Celtics team has is a deep roster. Lots of quality guys they can assemble different ways. They're pretty adaptable. Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Now here's MP. Playing Washington, he was nearly unstoppable. Sends it home from three-point land. You know, versatile bench really is a gift for the Celtics in tough situations.
And even a great starting 5 isn't perfect against every opponent. It's important to have flexibility, and that's something that Boston definitely has. What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Now here's Martin. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Nice D from Tatum. And here's Boston. They're on a 15-4 run. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Timeout call, the Hornets.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Okay, then. Who needs a free t-shirt?
And some changes changes here for the Celtics. Williams is checked in for Williams. Gallinari comes in for Horford, and Malcolm Brogdon is subbed in for Brown. So Charlotte going with almost an entire new group here. Richards is checked in for Plumlee. Williams comes in for Washington. McDaniels is checked in for Martin. And it's Rondo in for Ball.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
From deep, MP. And again, Boston with the triple.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Rozier outside. Now here's Rondo, covered by MP. Rozier outside. Charlotte again missing. Boston's gone 4 for 4 so far from three-point land. Impressive.
And guys, talk about silencing the critics. Tatum made first-team All-NBA last year and led the Celtics to their first finals appearance in over a decade.
And that was the Mobile One drive. No resistance to the finish line.
He made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Here's Rozier following the bucket by the Celtics. Over Brogdon. Rozier can't get it to go. The Celtics have gotten all 8 shots to go. They are red hot. And the basket by MP.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
Time called here. The Hornets decide to talk it over.
With the offense reeling, coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Give it up for Celtics Entertainment.
And the Hornets with possession here. Outside McDaniels. Back to Rozier. Outside, Rondo. And again, another missed shot. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's MP. McDaniels with the rebound.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Stolen by MP. He pulls it. And it's Boston scoring again.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
They've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And so it's Boston continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics?
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
This is how the floor looks for the Hornets starting the second. Washington and Plumlee patrol the paint. Ball and Rozier are the guards. And it's Martin in at the 3, the small forward. It's clear Charlotte has the pieces. In place to make noise in the league for years to come.
Yeah, no question, BA. They got one of the best young rosters in the NBA. And they're balanced. They play tremendous team basketball. Fun to watch.
How has it helped P.J. Washington growing up in a basketball family?
Well, I think if you have two college players, two high-level college players, it automatically means you've got two high-level coaches who can help develop your skills at a young age. But the other part of this, the mental aspect, such a huge advantage to have people who've been there and done that.
And pick and rolls never more prevalent in the league than they are right now. And there's always someone the defense has to leave open in those scenarios, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it's amazing. It's such a simple play, but it's so difficult to defend, especially with the shooting that we now see in the NBA and the great spacing on the floor. It's a play, as you said, every team uses and executes well in their offensive attack.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. Well, Jason Tatum added muscle to his frame and layers to his game, but still not satisfied. He said, quote, "I just got to be better. I have to elevate my level from being one of the top 10 to 15 players to a top 5 player. I got to make everybody else around me better." Brian, still work to do.
And plenty of runway to do it, Allie. Thanks.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
From deep, MP. Williams grabs the board. Charlotte has gone 50% from the perimeter in this second, shooting 4 of 8. Ball. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
Gets the 3 ball to go. MP's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive, really steady from the field.
Here's Ball. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Williams. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Boston Celtics. A huge 24-point lead for them. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Charlotte is shooting around 35% from the field so far. Horford and Williams together in the front court. Brown and Tatum are the explosive wing pair. And it's MP in at the 1 spot. That's the Boston 5.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Ball passes to Rozier. Back to Ball. And Ball throws it down.
We all know Terry Rozier can score the ball, but boy, showing the selflessness right there with that pass.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And he just powered through contact trying to complete the play.
Well, Grant, you look at the Celtics and their defense. Not a surprise. It's at the heart of this team.
No question. I mean, you have 3+ defenders on the perimeter. Their big men can switch on the guards and protect the rim, too. Top to bottom, they can match up well with any team. And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Pass to Washington. Now Ball. 3-pointer. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got his 6th rebound on the night.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well. And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Martin outside. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Robert Williams picks up 1.
Man, good whistle there.
Guys, when the conversation is about the Charlotte Hornets, obviously there is a figure that looms large, and that's the majority owner, Michael Jordan, the man who has 6 NBA titles, the man who many consider the greatest player to ever play the game.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
The Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in. Poke loose. Stolen by MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
He's the leading scorer tonight, being aggressive, and so far, no one's found a way to slow him down.
And for the Hornets, they're shooting only 36% so far in this game. Since MJ took over as owner of the Hornets in 2010, he's tried to keep them competitive.
Unlike when MJ was a player in a huge market like Chicago, in a market like Charlotte, it's much smaller. It's a bigger challenge to attract marquee talent. But I would say this, they've got some exciting young talent on their roster. You begin with LaMelo Ball, certainly potential there to build on.
Ball passes to Plumlee. Martin outside. Ball against MP. Rozier outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Plumlee. Oh, it's blocked by Williams.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
On target from range.
They're all... Offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And here's MP from outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Will it go? They grab their own miss.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal #1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
When you think about Al Horford at his best, he is one of the league's most versatile big men. This guy is a very strong passer. He can defend across positions, including switching out on the perimeter, and he can knock down open threes.
55 seconds left in the third quarter. 4-3, and got it! Another basket! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
PA, it feels like he can't miss.
Martin outside. Back to Ball. It's Washington high post, and stolen by Williams. Here's MP. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. MP's got 55.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
He swipes the ball away again.
Gotta be careful around him.
Man, he's been incredible at coming up with steals.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
It's been a challenging quarter for them, and his offensive inconsistency is a driving factor.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Here's Ball. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's the Boston Celtics making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. We'll be right back. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hornets. They've got Jalen McDaniels, Rajon Rondo out there with Bouknight. Then there's Nick Richards, and it's Williams in at the 4.
They are uncautious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's McDaniels. From the top of the key, he buries it. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, B.A., they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
From deep, MP. McDaniels with the rebound. Outside, Rondo. Inside, here's Bouknight. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by White. And here's MP from outside. And again for 3.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Rondo. Yep, that one goes.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
Yeah, they have a long way to go, but attacking the rim like that is a great...
Good! Another from 3.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
He is now tied for the most threes in a game. An incredible shooting night for him on a night we'll never forget. That one drops for him.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
And here's MP from outside. Connects again from distance.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record books.
Oh, an historic performance by an historic shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And listen to this crowd, letting him hear it.
As well they should. One of the great three-point shooting displays in league history.
I'll tell you, we knew he could shoot with range, but this barrage of threes has been nothing short of spectacular.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Boston. Jones, he's checked in for Charlotte. All right, Doris, let me get your thoughts on big superstar trades where teams are trying to win championships right here, right now.
I think my response would be, Ryan, show me the one that's worked in recent history. Listen, it's a bold gamble. And ultimately, talent wins in this league. What you cannot set aside is you have to understand, do the parts fit together? Are they committed to team first? Are they willing to put in all the work required to win a championship? Without it, you won't win.
And here's MP from outside. Jones grabs the board. The Hornets have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Tries a 9-footer. Charlotte again missing. Here's Rondo. Charlotte again missing.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
And here's MP from outside. Yet another bucket.
And he is simply uncautious. Nobody can stop him right now.
Boy, the points keep coming, and he's climbing that scoring ladder. Third on the list, well in sight. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Pass to Rondo. 5 to shoot. And he's going for the lob.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
The Celtics have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. And here's MP from outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Back to Jones. Second chance shot, and it's rejected.
Gallinari using his length right there. Nicely done on the block shot.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They can't.
Another one falls. Amazing.
That score moving him clear into third, all time for scoring.
Well, you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished. You know, for team owners, it often seems best not to take too active a role in basketball decisions. But, Grant, you're a team owner. How do you feel about this?
Well, it's a tough situation, B.A. Many of these owners have made tremendous amounts of money building.
Oh, another one falls!
And that score moves them up in the record books yet again.
He now stands alone for second place for points. What an unbelievable night here.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Changes for... So we see the Celtics taking the W here. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
Now that's a level of effort on the defensive end we haven't seen before tonight. What's the difference out there?
You know, I think you're just seeing a gradual improvement as we translate lessons from the practice court, to the game.
So you haven't had a fire lit under you guys? You look like a different club on D tonight.
Man, I have no clue what you're talking about, brother. Everyone in this locker room is 100% committed and together. You don't get an effort like that on defense otherwise.
Fair enough. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
What do you think of the report that the team is considering packaging you and 3 unprotected first-round picks for Shep Owens?
I mean, if that's actually on the table, I think someone got a screw or two loose, frankly speaking. I mean, I wouldn't trade me for Shep straight up. And then you're going to throw in three first-round picks, unprotected. Nah. Oh, man, that's wild. John, talk to me, man.
Hey, have you spoken with management about these rumors?
Not really. I mean, they know where my head's at. I want to stay here. I want to deliver a championship to these fans in this city. So nothing's changed on that front, so there's not much to talk about, honestly. They're within their rights to do whatever they want if they, they're going to make the team better. I may not agree with them, but they don't need my permission, so it is what it is.
I guess it is. Thanks, MP.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go! Perfect shot! Perfect shot!
The J. Cole takeover is underway in NBA 2K23.
Pick up a celebrity card of our Dreamer Edition cover athlete J. Cole right now in My Team. But he's not the only celebrity card available, as you can also pick up fellow musical superstar and former 2K TV guest Jack Harlow. Head over to the Spotlight Challenges to beat them and add them to your collection.
And for the first time ever, you can not only use these celebrity cards in single-player modes, but for this weekend, you can compete with them in online modes.
Well, we expect to see sparks flying down in the paint tonight. Greg, a couple of very talented centers matching up head-to-head in this one.
But with the way the game is played today, we could see them battling at the arc. Modern bigs make their presence felt now all over the floor.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, at the guard spots, Lowry and Hero. Caleb Martin out there with Butler. And it's Adebayo in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. And here's MP for three. Connects from three-point range.
And some off-the-court news for MP recently. He announced he'll be a spokesman for Ruffles.
Oh, and he'll be great. To be honest, you know, Greg, I'm not sure why Ruffles hasn't reached out to me yet. I practically live off the cheddar and sour cream. And I can say Ruffles has ridges. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra. This is their second meeting with this team. The first one didn't go as well as they'd like, so this time around, they're going to try to close the lane off, push drivers and slashers as far away from the basket as possible. We'll see how that goes, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Hero against Brown. Here's Adebayo.
And the defensive prowess of Williams, just effective at altering shots and almost getting into the heads of shooters.
They get it back. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Now, Hero. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game.
Some shooters get tunnel vision, but Tyler, keeping his eyes up and his options open, delivers a great pass.
Here's MP following the basket by Bam Adebayo. MP's shot is good. And some big news for MP with his endorsements. Greg, he'll be one of the faces representing Gatorade in short order.
And you think back to all the famous stars who have represented Gatorade. Now, adding MP to that group, that is a huge honor. Well, we know how Tyler Hero's a bucket, but still lots of room for growth. Last season, the Sixth Man of the Year winner, he really did struggle, though, in the postseason.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
It's stolen by Martin. Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. Lowry passes to Butler. Lowry against Brown. Pass to Adebayo. Over MP. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And Greg, you look at the playoff shooting percentages for Hero, tailing off from his regular season number.
And Kevin, that's not uncommon for a younger player. The playoffs are what matter. And to be a star, that's when you've got to deliver.
Number 20.
And the first time out of the game called for the Heat.
Miami. And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against Charlotte. So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Hero out there with Vincent. Then it's Max Strus. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Martin in at the four-man position. Now here's Martin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The shot will not fall.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And here's MP for three. Doesn't go that time. The Heat trail by 9. Here's Vincent. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Strus with it. Here's Adebayo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Bam Adebayo. Steve, what a force he's become over the years.
He has, Kevin. The impact really started once he became a starter. And you've seen his scoring go to the roof.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Miami.
Bam Adebayo has been fairly solid from the line throughout his career.
And here's MP for 3. Dives for it.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, guys. Now, Marcus Smart is not shy with his philosophy. He says it takes little talent to play defense, but a whole lot of want to. Get every 50-50 ball, take charges, be a great teammate, compete, never be okay with losing. And Kevin, he has always walked the walk, too.
He has. Defensive Player of the Year. He's a terrific player. No question about it. David, thank you. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. 8-point game. Adebayo finds Hero. Horford against Martin. Kicks it out to Hero. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over White. Misses off the right iron. Celtics leading by 8. To the paint. Good, and the assist goes to MP. White's got his first basket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the